You know, it's one of those things you don't know much about until you need to do it.
Today we've got Filing Bankruptcy 101 with the attorneys from Van and Chamberlain. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Okay, we're going to get to your exciting news of a new location in a couple of minutes, but let's talk about what you do. We've all heard of the different types of bankruptcies. What exactly is Chapter 7?
Well, Chapter 7 is the most common type of bankruptcy, I would say, for most individuals and families and businesses as well. What a Chapter 7 bankruptcy does is it wipes out essentially all of your unsecured debts, meaning medical bills, credit cards, personal loans, go on and on, cash store loans, that type of thing. If you have a car repossession, sometimes the lenders will sell the vehicle and come after the debtors for that balance due, which can be quite significant. You can wipe that out. Judgments in court, you will wipe out your obligations to pay those judgments. At the same time, you're able to keep your, if you choose, your secured debts. So that would mean your mortgages, your car loans, that type of thing. As long as you keep up with those payments, you can keep those items and keep making those payments. So you're not getting rid of those debts unless you choose to, and that's a whole other thing we can discuss with our clients. Okay. But the whole process essentially takes about 3 to 4 months. We try to make it as easy as possible for our clients.
Sure.
What are the first steps in filing if this is the best route for us?
Well, definitely if somebody's having questions, the first thing to do is really just pick up the phone and call. People will feel relief automatically setting a consultation. And coming into the office, we don't require documents or anything ahead of time. Really, it's bring in a pay stub, come in, we'll go over income, assets, debts. We'll even pull credit reports if we decide to move forward, which just helps for the ease of figuring out creditors. Typically, there might be 1 or 2 debts not on somebody's credit report, and we'll get that later from client.
Well, it sounds kind of easy, but like I've heard there's a lot of legwork that has to be done by clients. Is that true?
Well, not at all. I mean, we will walk our clients through it. I mean, bankruptcy is not really, Halloween time of year, it's not that scary. We will help our clients every step of the way. One of the things that clients do have to do is gather up some documents. Okay. We will give every client individually a specific list based on their own situation, which is different for everybody. Sure. But most of the time, really the documents that clients have to get include last 2 years of tax returns, pay stubs, like Sherry just alluded to, if they have a job. Car lien information, usually we can just get that off the state website with a VIN number because we have to show that there's a lien on the vehicle if anybody's going to be keeping the vehicle. If there's real estate involved, mortgages and deeds, we also need those documents as well. But again, we will make out the list for people. We will tell them where to get these documents. We walk through everything with our clients. Another thing that clients do have to do is do a credit counseling course, which is required by the Bankruptcy Code. And so we work with an online company that we basically will send a link to our client's email. They can do it online 24/7 or on the phone if they don't have access to online.
Oh. So then what happens after we have filed? Are the debts just gone?
They are not automatically wiped away. The bankruptcy lasts about 4 months. But once the case is filed, garnishments stop, lawsuits stop, and also little added bonus if somebody has been garnished prior to filing, depending on the amount and how long we can get that back. So upon filing, there's immediate relief.
Okay. Well, congratulations to you guys. You've always been serving clients in Appleton, but now you have an office there. Talk about that move.
We do. We're very excited to be expanding to the Fox Cities area, and hopefully we'll be able to start building our business there and helping families there as well. We've always been covering counties outside of the Green Bay area, but we haven't really delved into the Fox Cities area. So we're very excited to open a new office there.
Yes. And it's very convenient right off of 41 in College.
Sure. They must be doing something right. A lot of things right.
Let's hope so.
Well, relief seems to be the common thread of everything you've talked about with us, that there is options for folks and they should contact you to find out what the best course of action is. And you can do that at their Green Bay office on West Mason Street or in Appleton on West College Avenue.
One phone number will get you both locations, 920-430-0955, or online, vclawoffice.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.